USM Academy is welcoming you in this pleasant morning of beautiful Sunday. Chemical bonding and chemical compounds, kinds of chemical bonds and its importance in the chemistry. Chemical bonding in crystalline solids, for example, ionic bond, an idealized ionic or electrovalent bonding or positively charged ions leads to the study of ionic bond. Covalent bond, tetrahedral structure of carbon atom. Covalent bonds involve electron sharing, such as between these carbon atoms when they form of a diamond. That is the speciality of carbon atom, tetrahedral structure of carbon atom. We will discuss later in the forthcoming classes regarding these things. Okay, metallic bond again. Metallic structure showing possible electron spots around the nucleus of metal atoms represented as pairs with a positive charge. Metallic bonding can be thought of as a cloud of positively charged ions immersed in a cloud of valence electrons. So, coming to the van der Waals forces or van der Waals bonds, or a weak bond comes under the category of a weak bond where instantaneous dipole on A induces a dipole on B. Induced forces. Delta positive and delta negative are the small forces of the weak dipole attraction of van der Waals forces. So, neutral molecules may be held together by weak electric force known as the van der Waals bonds or van der Waals forces, my dear friends. Here in this beautiful figure, ionic bonding electron transfer from sodium to chlorine. Complete transference of electrons from one atom to another. That is the formation of ionic bonding. Transferring of electrons from one atom to another leads to the study of ionic bond, while sharing of electrons between the two atoms. Covalent bonding atoms are sharing of electrons. They are sharing each other from one atom to another. Coming to this one, metallic bonding ions are surrounded by free electrons. You see, for example, iron 2+. These are the free electrons, which are valence electrons surrounded by the metal ion. Then coming to the molecular bonding, weak electrical attraction binds molecules. In case of the water molecule, there is called a hydrogen bonding. That is hydrogen bonding, This is a polar covalent bond actually. So anyway, hydrogen bond is a weak bond. Hydrogen bond is weak force of van der Waals forces. Ionic bond, sodium chloride of table salt. Ionic bonding is a sodium chloride. An atom of sodium donates one of its electrons to atom of chlorine in a chemical reaction, and the resulting positive ion sodium plus ion and negative ion chloride ion form a stable ionic compound, sodium chloride, a common salt or a table salt based on the ionic bond formation. Here, complete transference of electrons. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond, when a chemical bond is formed by the complete transfer of electrons from one atom to another, as I told you, so as to complete their outermost shell and therefore acquire the stable gas configuration and a noble gas configuration, that is S2P6 configuration. It is also called as octet configuration, my dear friends, and thus formed chemical bond is called ionic bond or electrovalent bond. In the question, discuss the conditions which favor the formation of ionic compound or ionic bond. Lesser the ionization enthalpy, easier will be the removal of an electron, that is formation of positive ion, and hence greater the chances of formation of ionic bond. And again, one more point is here, higher is the electron affinity. Electron affinity, loving of electron. Any particle which loves the electron is nothing but electron affinity. More is the energy released and stabler will be the negative ion produced. Consequently, the probability of formation of ionic bond will be enhanced. So, my dear friends, chemical bond, as I told you, is the summary of the chemical bond formation, atoms, ions, and molecules that enables the formation of chemical bonds. Electrostatic force between the atoms or ions or molecules leads to the study of strong bonds, and they are also called as primary bonds. The example covalent bond, ionic bond, and metallic bonds are belongs to the category of strong bonds or primary bonds. The weak bonds are nothing but secondary bonds. Dipole interactions, London's dispersion force, and hydrogen bonding, they are comes under the category of weak bonds. Well, example, your question, explain the formation of ionic bond, and two examples. An ionic or electrovalent bond is formed by the complete transference of one or more electrons from one atom to another. Here is the sodium electron. This is the complete transference indicated by the arrow mark. So this is the complete transference. And coming to the tetravalency of carbon orbital theory, the formation of methane, the electron from hydrogen, electron from carbon, sharing of this electron carbon, this is called tetravalency. Because of the tetravalency of carbon, the organic compounds have been formed, various number of organic compounds we will discuss later in forthcoming classes. Now coming to the orbitals, sp-df orbitals are there. So in this aspect of polar covalent bond, the covalent bonds are these compounds. It is very important to discuss in point of view polar covalent bonds. Then write the electron dot structure of water molecule. That is hydrogen, two hydrogen and one oxygen combines together to form a water molecules. Well, friends, in the forthcoming classes, we are all discussing all these things in the forthcoming classes. This is so many questions are the discussion here. We will discuss so many factors for your kind information. Thank you for listening. If you like our videos, don't forget to press bell icon, and let us discuss about the so many classes, especially chapter 4, hydrocarbons, carbon and its compounds. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Please subscribe. Thank you.